Now, my first guest on the program today is somebody I appreciate what people like him do. And it's very interesting because some of us don't know those who represent us in the House of Assembly. And that's funny because I've had a situation where I asked people, do you know who is representing you in the House of Assembly? So I have no clue. And so we'll be talking to somebody today, an honourable from the House of Assembly representing Ijebu-Ode, Odogbolu and Ijebu North East Federal Constituency, and is no other than Honourable Odeneye Kehinde. Welcome to Morning Ride.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
But are you surprised at what I said, that some people don't know people who represent them?
Of course. I'm not sure you also know yours.
Okay, why did you put me on the hot spot? Okay, but after today,
you need to go and look for him.
I know that there's somebody representing Abia North in the House of Representatives, but I really don't know who the person is. Okay. But you have put me on the hot seat. When I leave here, because I'm guilty of this, I am going to find out who the person is and send a mail, say, look, I want to know what's happening. Okay, well, do you think it's a good trend that some of us don't know who represent us?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing. Unfortunately, a lot of people are concentrated in Lagos here, you understand? So definitely, if you do not participate in the election processes over there in Abia, you might not really know too much. But I guess that, I believe that after the election, there's a need for you to really know who represents you. Most especially why you need to say a lot of things about your constituency. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't even know why you have a representative there. Is that okay? You need to send a petition. Even when something is happening to you in Lagos, yeah, you could send a petition to the National Assembly through your representative.
Can you imagine? We don't, most people don't know.
If they sack you here in NTA, you can even send a petition. Is it so many things?
Through my rep in the House of Assembly.
Of course. They may, even in your place, any issue that you are aware of, you could even read on papers that something is happening so somewhere and that you think needs a national attention. You could send through your representative. They're there not just to make laws alone, they're there to represent you, represent your interest, communal interest, personal interest, and everything it takes, and national interest as a whole as well.
That's very interesting. Supposing you also, you're not from a particular location, but you reside there, can you also send a petition through the rep concerning on issues affecting you? Definitely.
Is it your constituency does not necessarily mean your state. If you are in Lagos here and you live in a particular constituency, you have become a constituent of that representative. And that's where you voted, of course. So you have become his constituent. And definitely you can send so many things through that person to the National Assembly. So that person represents your interest. As long as you are not in Abia, you are in Lagos, you voted in Lagos, you registered in Lagos, and you are in that constituency, you are that person, whoever is there, is representing your interest.
Okay, second assignment for me when I live here. My road is like bad. My car and I almost fell into a ditch coming. Okay, so that's a second assignment, a second petition.
Okay, fine. It's a good petition that you can send, but do not forget about the fact that that person will only present your petition. He's not an executive person, so does not construct roads.
At least they will present it.
Yeah, he will make it. He will blow it open.
Okay. Now, I visited Ijebu-Ode some years ago, and I did a story on erosion.
Erosion, okay.
In Ijebu-Ode. And I was happy when a delegation came from Ijebu-Ode to thank me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, to thank me that the story I did created awareness and something was done about it. So tell us, how, and it's been a long time I went to that part of Nigeria. So relating with your constituents, tell me how it has been.
Yeah, you see, if you look at my background, I'm a chartered accountant, a fellow member of the institute. Before 2010, I wasn't really involved in politics. Though I've had friends that are aspired and all sort of things, have been very supportive and also, but I've never for once, come out to say that, okay, fine, I want to be voted in to represent anybody. So it's been very challenging, you see, and I think it's high time for professionals to also come into politics. politics should not be looked as a game for the referrals and those sort of things. That's what we were also made to believe. Is that okay? Oh, that you can't go into politics. It's a dirty game and those sort of things.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Politics in Nigeria is scary.
Depending on the way you're looking at it.
I would have loved to be a politician. A politician.
Yes.
Well, the idea I have of politics in Nigeria would make me not even seriously think of going into politics.
Why?
Well, I think
you have area boys. You have what else?
Are you saying if
you're not in politics, you don't meet area boys on the road?
I don't know. I think in Nigeria,
they're part of the society. We only need to make the society better for them.
Okay.
And they're not in Nigeria alone. They're all over places. So we make Ajegunle look as if Ajegunle is the only place in the whole world that is Ajegunle in Nigeria. But if you go to South Africa, you have the slums there. If you go to Brazil, you go to everywhere, even in America. So you see, politics, I think that's something that we are made to believe. A lot of my friends would never have believed that I am in politics. But you see, what really took me there is that, fine, should we continue to be an armchair critic? Should we continue to allow people that will not represent us very well go in there? So if you will not, and you have the potentials, why don't you make yourself available?
Okay.
So Ijebu Ode has really turned out to be something better than, But I really appreciate the step you took then. And I think we still need more of it. I think maybe after this show, I will need to interact with you more because I need to take you back there and see what is happening there. Yes,
okay,
the federal government.
Can I just pause now?
Okay.
Now you can be a part of this interesting discussion in the studio here by sending a text message or calling this number 0809 121 7913. 0809 121 7913. Okay, the number is also on your screen right now. You can call to ask questions and also make comments.
So as I was saying, yeah, that place is still there. Though the state government did something, and the federal government also did something. I've also taken some engineers there, because the day I was there, sincerely, I was shocked. I never knew there was a place like that around that area, and I think we can't afford to fold our arms and continue to look at that place. Federal government has tried,
yes,
but they haven't taken it to where they're supposed to take it to.
When I went there, it was so dramatic that a house was almost falling. So many houses had gone, but when I went, one house was at the verge. So I recorded it. You're living, and it's funny. Some people were still living in the house.
Of course,
part of the house was already down the ditch.
Yes,
and part was still standing, and people were still living because they had nowhere to go to.
Of course, that was something they told me. I was there, and I was scared because I couldn't just believe my eyes that some people are living there in Ijebu Ode. I took some engineers there. We did a survey, even to the extent of costing, and I wrote a letter to a proposal to the Minister of Environment. Unfortunately, I've not been able to see her. I went to the director in charge of Ecological Fund in the Ministry of Environment, so that if there's anything they could do for us. Yeah, I appreciated them for what they have done so far, but there's still a whole lot of needs, because people are living there. And if it continues that way, most especially with these flooding issues and all sort of things, the whole of that place could be consumed. And I want to believe that we won't want to lose lives in Nigeria, not even in my constituency.
Yes, I think this erosion thing is a serious problem, because even in the east where I come from, it's a major issue. We daily pray that one day we won't wake up and find our village 6 feet below and have to tell our children, once upon a time, that place was where your great-grandfathers were. I mean, it's very sad, and I hope there's something we can do to manage the situation. But let me find out, if, for instance, because I want the average Nigerian watching at home and knowing that since you represent a constituency from Ijebu Ode, if you're in the House of Representatives, for instance, on an average day, how do you represent your people? What do you have laid down plans on how to speak for your people, or do you get regular letters from them? How do you pick issues that you take to the floor?
That's a very good one. Yeah, one, you go to your constituency every time, so you see the needs of the people there. That is one. Two, people send petitions to you, you present the petitions on the floor of the House for them. Again, and something you also need to understand is that you're not just representing your constituency alone. You are in the National Assembly, so you are also representing the nation. So, but your constituency is very paramount and important to you. So people send letters to you, people send complaints to you, people send motions to you. You present these motions on the floor of the House and all sort of things. Again, you belong to different committees in the House.
But do you get so many that you find it difficult sometimes to know which one to pick?
Yeah, there's so many. Unfortunately, you see it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the floor of the House, and you also have meetings. So what you just need to do is to prioritize the motions, the letters, the information, and everything as to how urgent they are, so that you know when to present them on the floor of the House. So, so many things you can do on the floor of the House, even in your various committees that you belong to, and there's some of them that are basically national, in outlook. Like if you talk about Public Accounts Committee, in the Public Accounts Committee, that is basically national issues, not necessarily relating to your constituency, because you want to know how Nigerian funds are being spent, whether they're being spent wisely or not, and you need to correct some things. So, but there's also some other things you do, present petitions. A lot of people don't know. You see, it's so funny, as we said earlier, the people don't even know who represent them. Aside that, people don't even know what to take to your representative. What people look at, basically, is unfortunate that our people think everybody in government is either you are an executive. They don't even know the difference between a lawmaker and an executive member. That's so funny. So people call you, oh, come and construct this road for us, come and build this school for me, come and do this for me, and all sorts of things. That is not the major role of your representative. Your representative is to represent you. Like the time we did, the constitutional review that is ongoing, we were made to go to our various constituencies, the whole 360 constituencies in Nigeria. We went there, let people know about the need for us to review our constitution. What and what do you want in the constitution? These are some of the things. So that by the time you have a constitution, which is, you should also be able to let people know that you have a stake in that constitution, and you should also let the people that govern us know that this is the way we want to be governed. These are the rules that we want to be, to be governed with. And if that be the case, we do not want this, we want this, we want all of this. These are some of the things that we should be taking to our representatives. These are some of the issues we should be discussing with our representatives. When you have your town hall meeting, bring issues that will bring about development. Not just personal developments alone, but communal developments. When your community is developed, you are invariably developing. Is that okay? It's possible for you to develop and your community does not develop. Is that okay? So we should learn, we should know the difference between executive member, legislative member, and people in the judiciary. And we should also know what and what do we lay before them. Is that okay? If you bring an executive issue to me, yes, I'm a representative, I may not be having the capacity and capability to be able to handle it. And all what I will tell you is that, okay, I will look into it. Is that okay? But if you bring any legislative issues to me, if you bring issues for which I can represent you, for which I can go anywhere for you, I will be ready to go miles because of you, because I'm the one. I'm representing
but
you.
you don't blame the average Nigerian, because maybe because of the experience
Yes,
over the years.
Definitely.
We just feel any avenue is an avenue.
Yes, and again, when we go out campaigning, we give an impression we can do everything. Is that okay? So everybody that follow you believe that, oh, if you have you there, you are going to cook my food for me.
Yes, okay.